Good afternoon, man.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, I hear you're headed to Damascus for the night.
Yeah, gonna stay there a couple nights and, eat, get a little fatter than I am now, I hope.
Take a shower, and what else? You
Take
get a good night's
shower,
rest?
wash some clothes,
Yeah.
Just relax for a day.
You're you're attempting a through hike and walking your own walk, and you're on your way, huh?
Yes.
What's your trail name?
Going postal.
Going Post.
And I'm a mailman for the post office, but I'll be leaving the post office. April 1st is my last day, end of business day.
Okay, good.
So
where do you call home when you're not on the trail?
Browns Mills, New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be getting close to home, walking that way.
I'm just curious, what motivates you? What motivates you to want to walk the 2,200 miles?
That's actually, I don't know. It's hard to say because years and years ago I heard about the AT, and I always thought, it'd be nice to go out on a hike that you just keep going instead of just going out for the weekend, for 2-3 days and you come back home, where you just keep going and going and going. And that I like being out. I like walking in the woods, especially if I take it slow. If I get a little, if I start racing a little bit, I don't enjoy it as much. But when I go at my own pace, it's really relaxing. I have time to look around, and think a little bit if I want.
Well, I won't hold you up any longer. I want to wish you Godspeed in your travels and be safe and good luck.
All right, thanks.
So, what's the story here, man? I see you three look like you're having a good time. I was talking to you a minute ago, and what's your trail name?
Sooner or later.
Sooner or later. So, when did you leave? Springer?
February 19th.
Yeah. So tell me, what did you run into, weather-wise?
Everything. Snow, ice, cold, rain, frozen boots, the normal.
Yeah, you do okay with it?
And sunshine too, love it.
Yeah. How about any bears? You see any bears yet?
Not yet.
Yeah. So where do you call home when you're not out here?
New Hampshire.
Okay. So you're attempting to go all the way, huh?
Yes.
How you feel about it? You think you're gonna make it?
I love the trail better every day.
Yeah, that's good. Dan was asking you about your beard, if you grew that since February, and you said no, it's just a little longer, right?
Yeah, just a little longer.
Okay.
It'll be longer before I'm done too.
How about you, fella? When did you leave?
I left February 12th.
Okay.
Had the same weather. The rain, turned to sleet, turned to snow.
Where was the snow? Was it in the Smokies, you say?
Everywhere.
Snow from Georgia through the Smokies.
Yeah. And what's your trail name?
Mostly.
Mostly?
Yes.
Okay, I got to hear the story behind that. How'd you get that?
I don't like commitment.
Oh. So mostly? All right. Where do you call home when you're not out here?
Dayton, Ohio.
All right. So, I mean, what motivates you? I mean, why do you want to hike 2,200 miles?
I'm actually doing double that. So I've through hiked before. So.
Doing double that? So you're going to go on the IIT, International AT or something? When you say hiking double that, what do you mean?
I'm hiking from Georgia to Maine, and from Maine I'm turning around and going back to Georgia.
Oh, okay. Well, gosh, that sounds ambitious. All right. And how about you, fella? What's your trail name there?
I'm Rambo.
Rambo?
Yep.
And you left in February, I take it?
I left the 22nd, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had pretty good weather. I mean, these guys make it sound really bad.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't bother you. You're a little taller than they are. Maybe it didn't sink so deep.
I mean, I had rainforest kind of temperatures and, moisture the first couple of days. And then through the Smokies, we had a little bit of snow. And then up on Roan Mountain, we had colder temperatures and more snow. And then up over Jane Bald was pretty darn windy and more snow. But it's all part of the experience, I think.
Yeah, especially when you leave that early. Yeah. Let me see if I can guess your trail name. Rambo. Are you ex-military or something?
No.
No?
No, my first name's John, my last name's Norris. And so it's a toss-up between John Rambo and Chuck Norris.
Okay, so...
And Rambo stuck better.
Okay. So. All right, so you're going all the way?
That's the plan.
All right.
So.
Well, and, I mean, what's behind it? I mean, why? Why hike that distance?
Well, honestly, I always told people at home it's because I hate people, and there's not as many out here as there is in the city.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I mean, look at that up there. They're having a yard sale. Scout troop.
I mean, it's the quiet is definitely a plus.
Yeah.
I mean, being able to get out and have time to think, and get away from all the distractions.
Yeah.
You know, you get cell phone service up here, but it's not like being at home when you can just anybody can call you anytime. It just doesn't work that way. You know, it's much more remote, and.
That's attempt number what, Dan, on the bear line?
Hey, you got it. You got it.
Oh, you got it the first time. Good. Well, oh yeah.
There's a 3-time limit if it doesn't go on the 3rd try.
Hey.
I want to thank you though for the interview, and I want to wish you good luck, man. One step at a time. Just do it, and Godspeed in your travels.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right,
thank
be
you.
safe. All right, so you guys come rolling in here. You look like you got lots of energy left. It's kind of, what's the deal? How many miles today?
We've done 22 so far.
0.7.
22.7.
Yeah, don't forget the
I take
0.7.
every
So you
10.
say you're going to have dinner here, and then you want to hike on to make it a marathon.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do 4 more.
All right.
Yep.
So where'd you guys start?
Today?
Well, yeah, did you start at Springer?
We
Or?
did. We started
Yeah.
at Springer, both of us.
I did the approach trail, talking about getting all our miles.
Those
I did
700 unnecessary steps, some call it.
That's exactly
Did.
right.
Yeah,
I did not start at the approach trail, but we did both start on February 22nd.
yeah,
We didn't know each other then.
yeah. So how long you been hiking together though? Now?
Probably like 5 days.
Yeah,
Yeah, around about there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what about the weather coming from February? Did you run in the snow?
Yeah, plenty of snow, a little bit of hail.
On our first week, we had rain, snow, hail, ice. And then I think it was probably about day 8 or 9 before the sun finally came out.
Yeah.
Did you have any bears or anything? You run into
No
any bears?
bears, no wild boars or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've
Heard about
seen
some
2
people.
snakes this season.
Were they rattlesnakes or what did you see?
The
Just
rattlesnakes, one I think probably a garter snake and one maybe a baby copperhead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let me have your trail name.
I'm Rocket.
Rocket
A double dip.
Double Dip. Okay, let me hear the story on that.
One of the other people we were hiking with, his parents met up with us and took us into town, met us for a meal. And his dad had some sauce that he was eating, and he's offering it to me, and he's like, "Don't worry, I don't double dip." And I said, "Well, I do.
Okay.
I will a lot."
So there you go. That's how you ended up with it. Now how about Rocket?
Rocket was one that another guy, Nugget, gave to me. And it's just because I go uphill really fast.
He does.
All right.
What are y'all going to do tomorrow in Damascus? Or tonight in Damascus? What are you going to do
Not
when you get
tonight.
So we got 6
Nice.
miles tomorrow to get us into Damascus, and then I think we're gonna eat
Yeah, pretty much
We're
planning
gonna
on eating
eat.
all day.
everything.
That's really
they have a
that's
juice
all
bar.
the agenda.
I want a
Yeah.
smoothie.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so let's get serious here. I mean, why? Why are you trying to hike 2,200 miles?
Why?
I'll let you. After you.
Oh,
You
yikes.
Rocket.
Well, the first place I ever backpacked was on the AT in Grayson Highlands.
Up there with the ponies.
With the ponies, yeah, and it was just absolutely stunning. So I knew I had to come back someday, and here I am.
All right. And how about you, Double Dip?
Well, I studied geology in school, and that got me interested in just backpacking and being outdoors.
So are you in college? Graduated from college? High
I
school? What?
graduated with my undergrad almost 2 years ago, and I'm starting my master's program in the fall.
Oh, excellent. Where do you call home when you're not here?
Atlanta.
Atlanta? How about
I'm
you,
from
Rock?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Okay.
Where'd you go to college at?
I went to Georgia State, downtown.
Where are you going to do your master's?
I'm going to my master's at Montclair State in Jersey, which I've never been to before, but I'll walk there in
All
a
right.
couple months.
Well, listen, guys, thanks for the interview. I won't keep you any longer. I know you got to make dinner and then get that marathon in today.
Yeah.
But Godspeed in your travels. Good luck to you. Walk one step at a time. You'll get there.
That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. Thanks. Morning, guys. How's it going so far? Godspeed in your dream.
I'm Rooster.
Rooster.
And I'm
Leopard? How'd you get that?
I wake up early.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense. I would have never guessed that. All right. Where do you guys call home when you're not out here?
I'm from Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee.
All right, Memphis. How about you? Atlanta. All right, guys. I see you're really pumping, so I won't hold you any longer. I want to wish you luck and morning.
Morning.
I see you trucking right along, man. Where are you headed?
It's Damascus today, so
All right.
18 more miles.
Yeah, you looking for a shower and a good meal, probably,
yeah,
huh?
just about that. I'm trying to do the 50 miles in 2 days from Kincora.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trucking. So you're attempting the through hike?
I am. I'm attempting to through hike, and hopefully I start February 16th, and hopefully I'll get there by mid-August.
All right.
School.
February 16th.
Yeah.
What's your trail name?
True Moo.
True Moo?
Milk brand.
Oh, how'd you get that? You must have.
Yeah, usually when I get into town, I'll drink like a gallon of milk or a
Uh-huh.
half gallon, depending on how long I'm there.
All right.
So,
Where do you call home?
Connecticut for
Connecticut,
now. We're
yeah.
moving to North Carolina though.
Are you? Yeah, we live down in Wilmington, North Carolina. What brings you out here? I mean, other than, what motivates you to want to hike
Well,
2,200 miles?
I had the opportunity to graduate high school early, and then that gives me 7 months of free time. So rather
Before
than,
college or something?
Before
Yeah.
college.
All right,
rather
great.
Than sit at home and be lazy, I decided why not embrace hiking,
Yeah.
which I love to do.
Well, good. Keep on trucking. I mean, you know, all right, I won't hold you any longer. Godspeed in your travels and be safe.
Well, thank you very much.
All righty.
Nice
Good luck.
talking.
Bye. Hey guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
All right, so I see 4 of you blasting down this hill. I'm just wondering, guys are going to try to through hike the Maine, huh?
Yep, that's the plan.
Did you just meet up on the trail, or okay? Did everybody start out alone, or
Yep.
all right? So about when did you start?
A bunch of us started around the 27th.
So
21st.
of February?
Yeah.
27th, yeah.
Yeah. How about you? 28th? Yeah, I've run into a number that's anybody out this far now it seems like they've been in February when they left.
Yeah.
So what's your trail name?
Mine's Rhino.
Rhino. How about you?
Tinder.
Tinder.
I'm John Goodman.
John Goodman.
I am K-Train.
K-Train. All right, let me hear how you got that one.
Rhino over there named me. So my name's Kelly, so that's where the K came from.
Okay.
And then I just kind of like to plow through the day. I put a couple protein bars in my pocket, and I'm
And then you
good to
go.
Yeah.
So why do you want to hike this trail? I mean, 2,200 miles. I mean, what motivates you?
So I'm from northern New Hampshire, and I feel like I'm just kind of walking home, so
Okay.
family. And then hiking is really the only time I'm very, very happy. So I figured I could do it for 4 or 5 months.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Give me your trail name again.
John Goodman.
All right, how about you? What motivates you?
Mostly.
All right, well, guys, I won't hold you up any longer. Godspeed in your travels. Be safe.
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Hey, how's it going so far?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah. You attempting the through hike?
Attempting the through hike, yep. I started February 26th, so I'm about a month in and feeling pretty good. The weather's been fantastic so far.
Did you run into a little snow?
A little bit of snow at the start, but not too bad. A lot of warm days and not much rain. It's only rained a couple days, which is really
Excellent. Yeah, it's unseasonably warm, I guess.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. I suppose I should get your trail name.
Sure, yeah. My trail name is Marathon.
Okay.
And I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay, so that's how you got it. I always like to hear the story behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you ever run one, or are you just from
yeah,
the? Yeah.
Yep. I'm a runner. I started with another runner, and we were not putting in big miles, but we were going in at a pretty good pace. So
Yeah.
people were asking if we were runners, and I was, and I've run a bunch of marathons, and I've actually run the Boston Marathon a couple times.
Why do you want to hike this 2,000 some odd mile trek?
That's a good question, and I don't really have a great answer other than it's something that I've really wanted to do for a long time. And I've got a lot of family up in Maine, and so I've actually hiked Katahdin a couple times and kind of seen the finish. And I kind of got this idea in my head of, it'd be really great to be able to do the whole thing and then finish up the top of Katahdin.
That's a good answer. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I catch you out here hiking up this hill. You were telling me that you're hiking and that you're thinking about Katahdin. And I was just wondering, what's your trail name? Have you got a trail name yet?
Yeah, my trail name is Raza.
Raza?
Yeah, that's because my girlfriend's name is Rafaela and my real name is Sasha, mixed together. It's
So
Raza.
you were telling me you're from Germany.
Yep,
So you come all the way over here to hike 2,200 miles.
that's correct.
Yeah. So what motivates you? Why do you want to hike 2,200 miles?
Okay, first, I like hiking, and I hike much in Europe, in Ireland, in Sweden, and in Spain, and in Germany, of course. Second, I saw a documentary on TV a few years ago, and it was about a trail, and I never ever done such an amazing thing. My hikes goes mainly for 2 weeks or so, and I covered 60 to 80 miles, but never ever 2,200.
I've never hiked in Europe, but I've heard that from the others. They say that there's not really this length of a trail over there.
Maybe there's one special trail. It calls the Camino. It's a pilgrim trail to Santiago de Compostela in Spain, and the Camino is spread all over Europe, and all these different trails met or go together in Roncesvalles in southern France, and then there is one path to Santiago.
So when did you start down at Springer Mountain or the approach trail, wherever you started?
I started at the Amicolala State Park at the Visitor Center. I listed as number 151 in February 25.
Okay, well, I won't hold you any longer. Godspeed in your travels. Walk one step at a time and get up there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. It's afternoon. Good afternoon.
It's a good afternoon?
Yeah, it's afternoon. It's no longer morning. It's 1 o'clock.
Time.
Yeah.
My own time.
You make your own time, yeah.
That's the trail life.
So you were telling me you're from Germany. Are you planning to hike all the way to Katahdin?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I always say we try. People talking and talking. I don't know whether we will get that, but we have enough time. We have a 6-month visa, and we have to be finished at the 20th of August. I think we will get that. The legs are hurting a little bit, and sometimes you have situations you think, I just want to be at home, but it's all a part of your adventure, right?
That's right. So give me your trail name before I forget to ask you.
My trail name is Patchy.
Patchy, okay.
Yeah.
Let me hear the story behind that.
Honestly, it's because of my beard.
Okay,
Yeah,
well there you go.
It's more a patchy beard.
Did somebody name you or one of your buddies name you?
Yeah, my buddy's name is Beisbier. His name is Andy normally, but that's funny. I'm 19, I can't buy beer. In Germany you can buy beer when you're 16.
Yeah.
And Andy's 36, so Andy buys beer.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
his trail name.
All right.
Andy buys beer.
So when did you guys leave? Did you leave Amicola Falls or did you leave Springer or where'd you start?
We started at Springer at the 23rd of February. I guess it's a month ago. from
Yeah,
here.
yeah, just a couple of days.
Now we made 400 miles about in 1 month.
Let me ask you the big question I've always got to ask. What motivates you to want to hike 2,200 miles?
I guess it's how to say that. I saw this documentary. The reason why every German is on the trail is a documentary on the TV. The most people from Germany who walk the trail saw this documentary, and
Do you know if was it made by a German or was it like a National Geographic?
it was,
okay.
it was made by a German, and it was just motivating, And we said, why not? And then we go to our CEO. So I'm a nurse. Me and Andy are nurses, and we said, we're away for a half year because now I can do it. Now I can do it. I'm 19. I don't have family. I don't have kids. Maybe in 10 years I can't do that.
That's
so
right.
It's my life. I
Get it
only
out.
live once.
Get it out of the way now.
Yeah, of course. And seeing America is a dream.
Yeah. How do you like the mountains? It's really something, isn't it? It's,
I like
it's pretty.
the people.
Well, won't keep you any longer. I'll let you finish your lunch there, and I'll try to catch up with my partner. Thanks for the interview, and I want to wish you Godspeed in your travels. Be safe, and just go one step at a time. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Good afternoon.
Yeah,
How you doing?
very good.
Yeah. So I understand from your friend Patchy that you're attempting to hike to Katahdin
Yeah,
in Maine. So
it's a long way, but fantastically.
yeah. When tell me your trail name.
My trail name, Andy Beispear.
Andy Beispear, like B-I Spear.
My friend Petri is 19 in America. Don't buy beer.
Oh. Okay. Say it one more
I'm
time.
36. I can buy beer.
Okay.
Andy Beispear.
Okay. Say it one more time. Your trail name.
Andy Beispear.
Andy buys
Buys
beer.
beer.
Okay, I got it. All righty. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I see you come charging up the hill. You're about the first hiker I've ever seen carrying a hubcap on his pack. What's going on with that?
Well, so last year it hiked the PCT. So it started out as a piece of trash, and two guys decided to pack it out, and it just eventually became this thing where they passed it on to other hikers, and everybody helped it make it all the way to Canada. So this year it's making the road all the way to Katahdin from Springer. So I think I'm the third person thus far to carry Toto. So.
Wow, so you're going to go, where'd you start now, Springer?
I started at Springer, but I picked up Toto at Klingman's Dome. So
Okay.
I picked it up at the highest point on the AT, and then hopefully taking it to Damascus. If I don't find anybody in Damascus to take it, I'll take them further.
Yeah, that's cool. So, what's your trail name?
My trail name's Bookworm.
Bookworm. Okay,
Yeah.
how'd you get that? Is that stemming from another hike or this
No,
hike? Or?
it stems from this hike. When we first started, I always had my nose in the guidebook, so Bookworm. And then
Yeah.
I also carry around, I'm reading The Prince by Machiavelli right now, so the two of those things combined.
All right. So, how do you have this much time? Are you a graduating student or what's? or
Well,
just-
okay, so it's kind of. Do you have time? So I went to a junior college to run track, okay, and so I ended up getting injured while I was there, and then eventually became a yell leader. Well, I decided after all of that happened that I needed some time off. So my time off was going to Alaska, and I went and fished on the Bering Sea for a while.
Wow, that's great.
And so that was
like
my-
a crew?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
a fishing
So,
boat. Oh.
Yeah, it was
Hmm.
a longliner, a Bering Sea longliner. So after that, I came back and I finished up my associate's degree, and that was in the fall. And so now I had the spring before I transferred to a university to kind of do whatever I wanted, and the Appalachian Trail was definitely calling.
So other than, what you just told me about school and all that, is there any, real philosophical or religious leaning or anything like that, or it's just something you wanted to do?
I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't claim any religious leaning, but I would definitely say, I was very involved in my hometown, kind of bringing people out to the trail per se, and so I was very involved with kind of the local newspaper and just trying to generally inspire people. So I worked with both the paper and my hometown gym, the foundation, to kind of inspire people and make them realize that, it may not seem like you have the time to do it, but you can always find a way, and you can do whatever you set your mind out to do.
That's good.
And that's really what
Yeah.
I want people to understand through doing this is,
Well, let me get one more view of your hubcap. Now, it's a big responsibility. It's probably even worse than a child. You've got to, if you
Yeah.
let the hiking world down,
if
you've
it
got to
made
go
it,
down in infamy. So
that's
you got to get
exactly
that hubcap on its way.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you for the interview. Hello.
Hello.
So it looks like you're over there getting the meal ready tonight, and you were just telling me that you got some dehydrated package going on somebody gave you?
Yeah, we were at Black Bear Resort, and some hiker had done 6 months of dehydrated meals and had extra, so I took a couple.
So you lucked out. Yeah, it looks good though.
Looks good.
So tell me, man, tell me a little about yourself. What's your trail name?
My name's Stuck. I'm from New Jersey originally. I worked in Boston right before this and then quit my job, and I've been out here for a month, and I'm looking to go to Katahdin.
Okay. So why?
Stuck. So I love being outdoors. I'm in my...
Okay, so you're going to tell me why you want to hike 2,200 miles.
Yeah. For a couple reasons. I find that the outdoors is a great place for self-reflection.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I see you charging up this hill. Are you an attempting through hiker to Katahdin?
Yes, I am.
All right. Trail name?
Pigeon Toe.
Pigeon Toe. Okay. So how'd you get that trail name?
Because I'm Pigeon Toe.
Oh, you're literally Pigeon Toe. Okay. All righty. So here comes the big question. Now I ask everybody the same thing. Why? Why do you want to hike 2,200 miles?
I got the kids raised basically, and I felt compelled to do this. It was almost like the trail was alive to me, and it was calling. And it's one of them things that I find in other hikers, but outside the hiking community, they find it hard to understand. But it was like something that was calling me to get out here.
And Godspeed in your travels, and be safe, man.
Thank you.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I see
your
your name.
Lucky Duck.
Lucky Duck. Okay.
Yes.
How'd you get it?
I'm carrying a small duck from Laughing Heart Hostel back in Hot Springs, and it's going to Katahdin. So some section hikers gave me the name Lucky Duck.
Okay.
I'm carrying this duck, and the duck's lucky to get a free ride to Katahdin, so I guess it plays on
There
both
you
ends.
go. Cool.
Yeah, just
You may have
run
run
in.
like why? Why do you want to hike 2,200 something miles? Oh, it's a tough one. huh?
Photography to get some good shots.
Oh, all right. Well, you
Yeah.
got some nice stuff coming up around the lake
There
up
you
there
go.
when you get in the mountains.
The views. It's just all for the views.
Where's your hometown when you're not on the trail?
Kinston, North Carolina.
Oh.
Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
You were just telling me you went back down to the hostel there to resupply, so you had somebody send you a bounce box or something?
No, I just went and got some like minor food, like some chips and honey buns and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said Black Bear?
Yeah, Black Bear Resort.
Yeah, is that pretty nice?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So you're going to go to Katahdin. When'd you start?
I started the 21st of February.
Well, tell me your trail name before I forget to ask you.
Trail name is Stealth.
Stealth?
Yep, like stealth camping.
Okay.
Stealth.
Is that it? So that's how you got the name then?
Yeah.
Got a hammock?
No, I have a tent.
Okay.
Yeah, tiny one-person tent.
And you're just telling me you call home Indiana when you're not on the trail?
Yep, Terre Haute, Indiana.
All right. So how's it going overall? Are you feeling good? And
I'm feeling pretty good.
You started Springer or?
Yeah,
or-
I started the approach, so 8 miles before Springer.
Yeah. So how do you get this much time, man, to go all the way to Maine?
You make the time. You want it, and you make the time, really.
Yeah.
It's not going to just happen.
I'm just curious, were you in between school or you took a job sabbatical? or
I was working throughout school my freshman year as a manager at Domino's Pizza, and then I decided I wanted to do this, so I withdrew from school and went to go do this, and I'll go back when I'm done.
Cool, excellent. I mean, this is a great adventure, I tell you.
Yeah.
I'm always envious of you guys. All right, well, here comes the last final question. You know what it's going to be. It's like, why? Why do you want to hike 2,200 miles? I mean,
I started going to sleep at night, and then I couldn't sleep because I was just thinking about it. So, wanderlust, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much it.
yeah, that's great. Well, I want to wish you luck. The best of luck, Godspeed in your travels, and be safe.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Man,
Good afternoon.
how you doing? I see you coming down to the hill, and you're just mentioning you're heading to Kincora for the night.
Yeah,
Alrighty, so you through hiking?
through hiking.
All right,
Going to
when-
Maine, that's the plan.
That's the plan. Well, that's a good plan to have. I'm envious of you guys every time I talk to one of you.
Yeah.
When'd you start in Springer?
February 8th. First 5 days was below zero.
Yeah, and I heard there was some snow at one time
There
too
was
somewhere.
A lot of snow. A
Yeah.
lot of snow. Yeah.
How you feeling this far in?
I feel all right. I feel all right. I kind of hurt my foot hiking through that cold weather, but it's getting better and better.
Okay.
You know?
See any bears or anything?
I haven't seen any bears yet. No.
What's your trail name again?
Dream On.
Dream On. All right, tell me how you got that. I've always got to
Well,
ask.
Dream On in 2010, my trail name was Nemo for my kids, Neil and Morgan.
Okay.
And now my son just had my first grandson on Leap Day. His name is Dante.
All right.
That's D. His wife's name's Ricky. And then EAMON is Neil and Morgan again.
All right.
So
Dream
it just
On.
worked out real good. Like
Yeah,
it's like an anagram.
It's always a story behind it.
Yeah,
it's always
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. It's easier to remember the name with the story.
Well, I know you're itching to get down to King Core, so here comes the final question. And you know what it's going to be like I always say. Why, man? Why do you want to hike 2,200 miles?
That's a good question. I asked my daughter that last night on Facebook, and she just replied she goes, "You love it, and you know you do." So she says, "I love it too, but I can't go yet." You know?
All right.
But,
Well, go do it.
Yeah, I
Go
do.
do
I
it.
love the piece.
Yeah. Hey, I see you charging down the hill. Where are you headed tonight?
We're trying to head up to that. What's that? Laurel Forks shelter,
Shelter?
or whatever.
Okay.
You know, have
Yeah.
an easy day to easy day to Hampton the next day.
All right. You're just telling me you guys are working your way towards Katahdin. Do you leave Springer or Approach Trail or?
Yeah, we did a little bit of the approach trail. Cut out all those stairs though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear there's like 700 of them or something.
That's
Yeah.
too many. That's
So, what's your trail name before I forget?
Wetbeard.
Okay.
It's mostly because of the hat. That's I'm just kidding.
All right. How'd you get it? I always got to know what's behind it. Is this Wetbeard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been rain most of the time. If there's fog, it stays wet.
Yeah. Well, here comes the big question. Is like, why, man? 2,200 miles.
College is boring. Gotta do something exciting.
Oh, and I also like to ask, how do you get this much time? You just bail out of a job or something, or
Yeah.
just go do it?
Let's do it.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thanks.
sounds good.
So you left about the same time these guys from?
Yeah, me and Wetbeard knew each other before we started off, so me and him started together on the same day,
All right.
21st.
Wetbeard, I forgot to ask you where you're from, or did I?
Richmond, Kentucky.
I'm from Henderson on the western part of the state.
Okay.
And then your trail name?
I'm Obi Trail Kenobi.
Okay, that's a long one. How'd you get that?
So I like walking behind Wetbeard because I can kind of zone out a little bit. But the first week that we were hiking, it rained and everything, so he wears glasses, so he couldn't really see the trail at all.
Mhm.
So I'd have to kind of gently from behind him nudge him a little bit and be like, "Hey man, the trail's to the left or to the right a little bit." He'd get thrown off. And we had all these crazy, in-depth conversations, but he could never see me, so it kind of just became this ongoing Obi-Wan joke.
So when you're not out here on the trail, where do you call home?
Tucson, Arizona.
Wow. Okay. And same question. How do you find this amount of time to do this?
Transition period.
Okay.
Just started college and
Cool.
had the same thing.
All right. So that'll work for you.
Yeah.
All right. And then the final question: why 2,200 miles?
Just it was kind of the same thing. Me and Wetbeard were talking and kind of getting tired of the same old. So time to mix it up again. So we just kind of made a plan and got out here to do a little more
Good.
adventures.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I see you going, man. I'm in your way already here. What, 8 o'clock?
Yep.
Yeah. You attempting Katahdin or?
Yep, that's the plan. Through hike.
All right. When'd you leave Springer?
March 5th.
March 5th. Okay. I've been asking everybody about the same questions. Did you run into any snow early on?
About midway at Hot Springs on Walnut Mountain, probably the oldest shelter in the AT. Was up there, ran into 4 inches of snow and probably at least 20-degree temperatures with blowing wind. Coldest night I've had so far.
Oh boy, that sounds cold. Yeah. Last couple of nights have been pretty chilly out here too. Not too bad though. Weather's been wonderful.
Yep. No, it's
I understand you haven't had a whole lot of rain past that initial.
No, I've had
Yeah.
2 rainy days, if you don't count the snow.
Yeah. So, you have a trail name yet?
Timeout.
Okay, how'd you get that?
I attempted a through hike in 2013, and when I did it, one of my coworkers asked me if I was retiring. I said no, I'm just going to take a time out from work. So I took that in 2013. Nobody gave me a better name, so I've kept it.
All right, so since you raised the subject, I mean, how do you find so much time to get out here? You quit a job or between college or
This time
something?
I had to quit my job. Last time it was a leave of absence. But you know, I don't want to say I've always prepared frugally, you might say. So plus my wife is home still, you know,
Good.
doing the 8 to 5.
So she's supporting you with bounce boxes and stuff, or?
Not so much this time. I'm kind of, you know, with the bounce box, you kind of have to plan your trip a little more. This time I'm kind of doing a few things.
Resupply on the run?
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you call home when you're not out here?
Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
All right, here comes the final question. Of course, it's a big one. You know, I always ask everybody why. Why 2,200 miles? I mean, what motivates you?
I want to say the challenge mostly, but also, you know, I haven't done it, at least half of it in 2013. Just the peace, and it kind of helps to reset your life, I guess. I definitely came out of the first experience.
Let's see you. Thanks a lot. All right, there you go. Good morning. I see I stopped you up here and take a interview with you, and you take a little rest. You're just telling me you're attempting Katahdin?
Yes, sir.
All righty. When did you leave Springer?
I left Springer on February 22nd, and yeah, so it's been a little over a month for me now. A month and a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad weather for the first.
That's what I've been hearing from you guys. There was snow, sleet, cold, the whole 9 yards, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how's it been going so far? Are the legs in order and everything? Chopping along?
Yeah, I haven't. We passed a lot of guys. I've been through hiking with these two kids from Virginia, Zen Master and Pants. I'm Hootie, actually. That's my trail name.
Okay, good. I was going to ask you that next. Hootie.
Yeah, but yeah, so I've been hiking with them, and we've seen a lot of injured people, but luckily we've kind of escaped it so far.
Yeah, you're out early enough where you're going to miss the big bubble.
Yeah, actually I hit the 400-mile mark yesterday and went swimming in Jones.
Yeah. Well, you brought up your trail name, Hootie. Tell me what's behind it. I mean, how'd you get that?
I don't know. We just, it's pretty stupid.
Yeah, well, some are. So don't be embarrassed.
Yeah, no, we, I don't know, I'd get separated from some of my friends whenever we first started hiking, and we just yell like, hooty hoo!
Yeah, okay. Well, that works. There's always a story behind it.
Yeah,
It's always interesting.
Yeah, it kind of stuck after that, so not the craziest one.
So where do you call home when you're not on the trail?
I'm from Mississippi.
Mississippi?
I just graduated from the University of Southern Miss.
All right. Well, congratulations. So that explains the next question. I was going to ask you, how do you get enough time to come out here and hike 2,200
Yeah,
miles?
well, I mean, I've been wanting to do it ever since I was a kid. I
Great.
found this book and that my dad had, and so I've been planning it, and it's, you know, really looking forward to this. Got me through, you know, the hard times in college and studying and all that. And,
Good, good.
So I'm just kind of taking a gap year from graduate school, or planning to go into graduate school after this.
Good. Yeah, excellent.
So
Yeah.
went to Alaska, worked at a salmon hatchery for a little while to get money to do it.
Nice. So here comes the big question. I mean, it's a long hike, man. It's 2,200 miles. I mean, what's behind it? I mean, what's driving you other than the little hints you just gave me?
Oh, well, you know, it's I've loved traveling for as long as I can remember, and I mean, there's just so many cool places out there and cool adventures to go on, and really not enough time in a lifetime to do them all, and figured I could start by just hiking this thing. And
Yeah, get it out of the way when you're young.
yeah, and I mean, I don't know, it's been a lot of fun, you know. I love it out here.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, I won't hold you up anymore. Yeah. All right, guys. I know you're itching to get going, but you promised me an interview, so here we go. Where'd you guys start?
We did the approach trail up to Springer. I don't recommend it.
I was gonna say you didn't sound too enthused about that. Something like 700 steps.
Yeah, it was awful. But we luckily didn't do the steps. We had stayed lodged and did the steps the day before, so we started at the top of the falls. But still, it's just long and just
Yeah.
a huge climb, and then the next day, your first real day on the AT is just like flat and downhill, so it's just deceiving.
Yeah.
So, but here we are, 400
Now,
miles later.
did you guys start out together, or? All right.
Yeah.
So you got on the trail together, and we'll see what happens when you reach Katahdin if you're still together.
Yeah. We started dating before this. We met in college.
That's cool.
So.
My mom keeps asking if we're getting tired of each other.
Yeah.
But there's not really a lot to fight about out here.
Not really. Just who goes gets the water
Yeah.
at night, right? That's about it.
That's about it.
It's me going, I'm uncomfortable and you're good. I know.
So let me see. Did you tell me when you started? What date?
February 21st.
Yeah. So you had some cold weather and some snow and sleet and all that good stuff.
It was rainy and foggy the first like 8 days.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
That's a good start, right? Rainy and foggy. But I guess since then, from what I've been hearing, it's been minimal rain and stuff.
We've been really
so,
lucky.
Yeah.
It's been beautiful.
It's kind of cold the last couple of days, but you're walking now and you'll be in the good weather.
Yeah.
So what's your trail name?
Pants the Pirate.
Pants the Pirate. All right, let me hear it. How'd you get it?
I had a dream like a couple of days before we started, and I was on the trail and everyone was calling me Pants, and I was like, oh my god, I got my name in a dream. And so I was like, Pants makes sense. And then the first week out, I kept almost poking my eye out on those limbs because I was looking down so much, and so they were joking I'd have to get an eye patch. So soon I'm going to find a little parrot and work
Okay.
it. Pants the Pirate.
Pants the Pirate. All right, how about you, fella?
I'm Zen Master.
Okay. And?
There's a couple named Little D and 3 Mile. I don't know where they're at now, but we had seen him at a hostel early in, and then randomly they passed us one day while we were hiking a couple days in, and he just looked at me and he goes, "Do you have a trail name yet?" And I'm like, "Not really, no." And he goes, "I got it, Zen Master," and he just like hiked on, and I haven't. We've seen him since.
Okay.
So
That's it. That's how you get them. So, what about wildlife? Have you seen any bears or boars or deer or anything?
Deer.
Seen like 6 or 8 deer and like
The
a
first
ton of turkeys.
The first deer we saw in the Smokies, I had like thrown down my pack and was cursing them out, and I was angry, and I was like, nothing is satisfying today. And then I went 10 more steps, and there was like 4 deer 10 feet from us.
Cool. Yeah.
Like, never mind.
There you go.
So where do you call home when you're not on the trail?
I guess Virginia right now.
Okay.
Because of school.
Yeah.
All righty. So are both of you in between school right now, or?
I just finished
Okay.
with a sculpture degree
Okay.
at VCU, and
All
he's
right.
still working on it.
I took a semester off to come hike the trail
All right,
instead of
great.
waiting until after school.
All right, that's great. Get it out of the way while you're young. All right, so on a different note, the serious side now. It's like, this is the question I really like. You know what it's going to be. It's going to, like, why do you want to hike 2,200 miles? What motivates you to do that? What's driving you?
Figure out if we can.
Yeah. You can, as long as you can get up and take one step after the other. You'll get there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I grew up next to it, and I've always wanted to do it. And I've done huge sections of it in Virginia and whatnot, and I've just always wanted to. And I love pushing myself, so here I am, loving it. Think about it all the time, and before, anyways.
Yeah. Did I ask you where you're from?
From Virginia.
Virginia.
Roanoke,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thanks. All righty. Well, I would normally close out here and wish you luck, but I want to hear the story you were telling me. I just ran across Hootie.
Right.
And as I turned the camera off, he goes, "Oh, darn, I should have told you how I got this mohawk." So I didn't get that on film, but you got the story. So how did Hootie get the mohawk?
So there's an infamous trail angel. He's like an underground trail angel, Rob Bird, and he's half Mohawk Indian. So Rob Bird has a mohawk, and then all the young boys that come through there, he always convinces it's like his signature thing to like give the boys mohawks.
And you were saying that he has a picture book of them?
Yeah, he has photo books. He had a hostel in Massachusetts for like 12 years, so he has a picture of every hiker that's ever stayed with him.
Wow.
And half of them probably have
Now,
mohawks.
And half of them have mohawks. So.
has he not tried to talk you into a mohawk or any of the female hikers?
He said that one time there was a girl who had really long blonde hair, beautiful blonde hair, and she goes, "I want a mohawk." And he's like, no, please don't.
No, it's like a tattoo artist, right? He'll only give it to people he thinks that can handle it. I got it. All right.
But Hootie was the perfect candidate because, he's been chasing wild turkey and over mountains, so it looks
All right.
crazy.
Guys, I want to thank you. Godspeed in your travels. Be safe, and Good luck.
Thanks.
Getting to Katahdin.
Yeah, thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
We're ready for questions.
You're ready for questions. When I'm ready. Well, you guys, I've been recording already. You've been chuckling and all that stuff. So here we are.
We started on February 17th.
And I guess just tell you our names. I'm Crumb Bum.
And I'm Doodle.
Okay. Well, February 19th, Crumb Bun. How'd you get that name?
Well, I sit down a lot of times and I sweat through my pants a lot, so things stick to my butt.
Okay, well,
so I'm
yeah.
Crumb Bum.
Okay, and you?
And I'm Doodle. I actually brought watercolors and a sketchbook with me. So I've been doodling.
Doodling all the way?
Trail, yeah.
Now,
Sometimes
did you guys? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Okay.
all right. Sometimes in the logbooks I'll leave like a little doodle or a painting or something.
Yeah. Is her work nice? Is her work nice? Her doodles nice?
She's an art education major in college, so.
I decided to take a
She knows what
semester off
she's doing.
school and hike with him. And
Okay. Oh, so you guys did start out together?
Yes.
Okay.
we were dating.
Yeah.
We are dating. So.
All right. Think you'll be dating if you make it to Katahdin?
Well, we're only going to Harper's Ferry before the summer. And
Oh,
we
okay.
We got to work for the summer, but then I'm gonna come back and start from Katahdin in the fall and finish it.
All right. Nice.
The idea.
So
Yeah, I gotta
that's,
go back to school, but
is that what you call a flip flop?
yeah.
Kind of a weird one, I
A weird
guess.
flip-flop.
Yeah. Not the recommended flip flop.
All right. So so that explains it. You're taking a break from school and
Yep.
and
I've
You
I've been out of school for a little while, and I just kind of work when I need money, and I travel when I don't. And
A real Carumbo.
all right. Here's the final question. I mean, why? Why do you want to hike 2,200 miles?
well, with us, it was a good excuse because I wanted her to take a semester out of school and like travel with me, but it's easier to convince her parents to let her do it if we have a goal in mind rather than just, hey, you want to live out of my van and travel the country with me?
We wanted to see the country, and we decided, you know, let's walk.
So
Why
what-
not walk around the country?
What's your impression though so far now, this far in? I mean, has it been good? I know you got your legs by now.
Well, you know, first off, I was more used to the Rocky Mountains, and I was kind of thinking the Appalachians couldn't be all that big.
Yeah.
And
But the
that's-
terrain has definitely been very challenging.
the mountains are bigger than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah. And the rocks.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
I
yeah.
hear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, and definitely like a lot more people. Like just the amount of
A lot
people
of
that we see every day. It's kind of nice, but
Yeah, well, the wild factor and walking the woods is attributed to a lot of that. It's
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
It
definitely.
counts up this year.
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, well, guys, I won't hold you up any longer. I'll let you get on your way.
All right.
I want to wish you luck.
It was great
Best of
talking
luck.
to you, though.
Absolutely.
Godspeed in your travels and be safe.
All right, happy trip.
Morning.
How you doing?
Good. You're charging up that hill and I get in your way here. I'm,
No,
I'm Stick, man. I do interviews for YouTube, and I got you stopped, so I got you for 2 minutes. When'd you leave Springer?
So I left Springer March 4th.
Okay. Well, you're making pretty good time.
Yeah.
There's only people a couple of days ahead of you left in February the 20th, you know, and stuff like that. So you're cruising. How's it going so far?
Really well. It's awesome.
Worked all the kinks out in the legs by now,
Well,
mostly? Or
Sorta.
yeah. Or do you ever work them out?
Who knows?
What kind of miles you getting these days? On
well,
average.
I've been maybe about 18, and then shorter into towns, longer out of them, I guess. But
Yeah.
longest so far has been 24.
Yeah. How many 0 days have you taken?
Only 2, but I'm due for another one.
Yeah, where are you trying to reach Damascus for that, or King Cora?
Something
or-
like that.
Yeah.
I've got to get off the trail in like a week and go home for a couple days, but
Yeah.
so I'm trying to cruise to Damascus.
So you're trying to go to Katahdin, right?
Yeah.
All
Make
right.
it there.
So what brings you out here, man? I mean, what makes you want to hike 2,200 miles?
Well, I guess it was 2 summers ago. I was sort of stuck in an office job, and I just spent a lot of time wasted at that job just reading journals from people who are hiking the AT and looking at the guide and the elevation profiles, and just kind of got obsessed with it. In my
Good.
mind.
That's good. That's excellent. Do it now while you can. Bears or anything?
No, I saw a pack of deer over at Big Bald, and then scared a grouse this morning. That
Oh, yeah.
probably scared me than I
Yeah.
scared.
Did you get a good look at him?
Yeah.
Pretty good size?
He was big. He was big. He flew away though.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. You're all warmed up, ready to go.
All right. I'm
trail
Portage.
name. Yeah, trail name. I'm thinking, what are all right. Can you again say it
I'm
again?
Portage.
Well, Godspeed in your travels, man.
right,
Be
thank you
careful,
so
okay?
much.
Yeah,
Take
thank
care.
you. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, you come charging up that hill and I get in your way, huh?
Yeah.
So tell me what you're up to, guys.
We're through hiking the AT from
Yeah.
Georgia to Maine.
There you go. You with him?
Katahdin, yeah.
You guys are started out together.
Yeah.
All right. So when'd you start?
February 20th.
How about weather?
It's been good. It's been all right, yeah.
Any-
Couple cold nights down in Georgia.
Yeah.
A lot of snow on Trey Mountain.
Yeah.
And not too much rain.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Nice and sunny today.
Yeah. What's your trail name?
I'm Frost.
Frost?
And I'm
Okay.
Rain Man.
Okay, Rain Man, how'd you get it? How'd you get the trail name?
Playing cards, kicking ass, but doing stupid crap at the same time.
Okay. You?
And, I walked into camp one day through a snowstorm. My glasses are totally iced over. I
Ah.
couldn't see through them.
So what's the trail name again?
Frost.
Frost. There you go. That's a good one. So they picked that right out, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So how you feeling? How far are you in right now, roughly? How many miles?
410, I think.
410? Yeah. You feeling good?
You feeling great?
Yeah,
awesome.
So from here, you're going to try to do Katahdin, and I'm just wondering, what motivates you to want to hike 2,200 miles?
I just love being out in the wilderness, kind of away from all society, kind of political crap, especially on the news.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sick of it too.
Yeah.
Had you had much backpacking experience prior? With scouts or hiking?
Yeah, a bit. I went to summer camp. I've done the 100-mile wilderness in Maine.
Sweet.
And I've done some sections in New Hampshire and New Jersey where we're
Great.
from. as
Yeah.
well.
So you go do them again, huh?
Yeah.
All right. How about you, fella?
Well, I'm out here sort of to see who I am in this situation. I've never taken on something so big and and so challenging in this kind of way. And yeah, I mean, it's great to be out here. We're
Yeah.
taking a gap year before college, so this seemed like a great thing to
All
do
right.
at the time.
That's what I was wondering, how you get this time. I didn't know if it was between high school and college or college in the semester or something. So, okay. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks very much.
All right, another three. I've talked another three hikers into an interview here. All righty. So all of you attempting to go to Katahdin? What's your trail name, man?
B-Rad.
B-Rad. All
Yep.
right, let me hear how you got that.
Last name's Bradshaw, and then at home everybody calls me Shaw. So out
Okay.
here I use the
Speaking
other
of
half.
home, where do you call home when you're not out here?
Cleveland, Ohio.
All right. All righty, your turn. Trail name.
I haven't fully embraced the trail name yet.
Yeah, what, they keep trying to give you a trail name?
No,
You want
no
to accept
one
it?
really
or?
has. I mean, he's tried to give me a couple, but not really, so.
Well, you've got 1,500 plus miles to get
right,
one,
I've
so
got
I'm
time.
sure to come.
So, and home is Petoskey, Michigan.
Okay. And you?
And I'm Spartan Dog. Home is Grand Rapids, Michigan.
How'd you get the trail name?
Trail name, I'm a diehard Michigan State fan. and,
Oh, okay. What is that, basketball, football? I'm not a
all
sports
of the
guy,
above.
other
They were
than out
supposed
here.
to be good in basketball, but my heart was broken.
Yeah.
In the first round.
Have you guys seen any bears or anything?
No, would love to though.
Yeah. So, here's the question. This is the big one, right? Why do you want to hike 2,200 miles?
Just to get out of the day-to-day grind and but in between careers too, I guess, is another big reason. So figuring out what I want to do next, clearing my head.
I'm glad you brought that up. I always like to ask that question too. How do you get the time to get out here? I'm taking it you're changing jobs or quit a job, looking.
Changing jobs, and I'm 25 until August, so I was able to go on my mother's health insurance.
Good. Yeah.
So I have until
And I
August
heard
if I always
that.
want to do.
Earlier, somebody was telling me a fellow, I don't know, last year maybe, summered at Katahdin and wore a suit up there, slack pack, and said, I need a job. And he actually got a job from the publicity or something. I don't know. Alrighty.
That's funny.
And
I like to be outside and in the woods, and I just want to do it. No
Okay.
major
no epiphany, no religious
just like to be
pilgrimage
outside.
or nothing,
Yeah,
just
so
being outside.
I quit my jobs, and here I am.
All right. And last but not least,
It gave me a good excuse to quit my job.
there you go.
We were out hiking around like the Nantahala Outdoor Center last year,
Mhm.
and it was just one of those things that Mara had said, "Oh, it'd be really cool to hike the whole thing," and then it just escalated.
Yeah, all good luck.
you.
Godspeed in your travels and be safe.
All right, thanks.
Well, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah. Gonna try Katahdin?
I am. I'm gunning for Katahdin. Should be there around the end of July, early August.
Excellent.
Grandma.
Okay, how'd you get that? I've always got to ask that.
I told someone that I miss doing crossword puzzles at home, but then I also only travel with one trekking pole, so it's kind of like my cane.
Okay, so somebody named your grandma, huh?
Yeah.
All right, that should be easy to remember.
Yep.
Where do you call home when you're not out here?
I grew up in Atlanta, but I've been living in Boston the last couple of years.
Okay, and just curious, how do you get this much time? Are you in between college classes, quit your job?
I left my job. I applied to graduate school to start in the fall, so
excellent. Yeah.
hopefully I'll finish in time, start classes sometime late September.
So, why do you want to hike 2,200 miles? What's motivating you?
I've wanted to do it since I was a little kid. I grew up in Atlanta, and as a young kid, I'd watch through hikers start in Springer, and then I went to school in New Hampshire, right along the trail.
Wow.
And so have seen through hikers up there as well. So it's sort of the trail sort of bookends the two places that I've called home, which is the South and New England.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to to walk from one home to the other.
Yeah, that's excellent. Just keep going, one step at a time. Everybody wants to quit some point along the line, but if you got the time, make it happen.
No pain, no rain, no rain.
There you go. Good afternoon. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. You were just telling me that you're planning to go to Maine all the way.
Yes, I tried.
Okay, you'll do it. You'll do it. All you got to do is keep walking, right? Every day, get up and walk.
Yeah, every day.
Where'd you start?
At Springer Mountain.
Springer Mountain. So, do you have a trail name yet? Anybody give you a trail name?
Spotty.
Spotty?
Spotty, yeah.
Okay. How'd you get that?
There's a movie, and with dinosaurs, and there's a little boy who is fighting himself through the wilderness.
Okay.
And it was so nice and so pretty.
All right. That sounds good. Now, where were you telling me you're from?
From Austria.
All right. Man, that's a long ways. You do any hiking over in Europe?
Just mountain climbing. Not so long hiking.
Yeah.
Mountain climbing, yes.
Yeah.
But
one of the Germans I was speaking of earlier told me that they don't have really long distance trails like this.
No.
There's the El Camino something or other.
Yeah, there are some trails in Europe. The Jakobsweg, it's a pilgrim, Santiago. And there's also a long trail the coast of France, always at the Atlantic.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's all I know.
All right. What's your puppy's name over there? What's your dog's name?
Nanook.
Nanook. Man, he's beautiful. Here comes the final question that I ask everybody. Why do you want to hike 2,200 miles? What motivates you? What's your driving force? What puts you out there? Why do you want to do this?
I want to hike a long trail since years. And then I read the book from Bill Bryson. And so I know the Appalachian Trail. And I want to know how it is when you're alone, hiking really a long trail, wilderness around you, tenting. Yes.
That's a good reason. That's why we come out here, isn't it?
I want to know myself how I am, my reaction.
All right. Bye-bye.